Today's video is all about the best way to get their attention is to remove yours. Right now, your ex knows exactly where you stand. And honestly, that's the worst place that you want to be after a breakup. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand why when you remove your attention, attraction and tension are soon to follow.
So the first reason why the best way to get their attention is by removing yours is because they're gonna miss you the moment you start pulling away, you guys. You gotta picture yourself. You've been in a relationship for 3 months, 3 years, however long it may be, all right? You guys see each other almost every day, 5 days a week. You guys talk on the phone, 7 days a week, whatever you guys are doing out there. And what they know is you. All they know is seeing you every day, or talking to you every day, and just being around you. And you're that guy or that girl in their life, all right? And then all of a sudden, it's like they get in their emotions, they break up with you for whatever reason, and you pull back completely. It's like stepping into a whole new world, which kind of brings like a little bit of fear out. Like T can tell you, when he first got out of prison, he was scared of the real world. He's been locked up since he was 7 years old. Just got out about 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole new world for him.
Institutionalized.
But it's like that with relationships, y'all. I mean, like when you're with somebody for so long, and all of a sudden it's like you break up. It's like you have this kind of like this little fear of like being by yourself. And this may sound kind of crazy, but you start to miss the life that you had because you're not comfortable with the new one. You're not comfortable being by yourself. You're not comfortable living without that person that actually you knew had your back and was always there. And like, all you have to do is pick up your phone and dial the number and they'll answer it and stuff like that. So it's like you need to pull yourself away so they get that anxiety, they get that fear of life, they get that fear of life without you in it.
And another thing that removing your attention does is it changes the pattern of the breakup. Breakups are pretty much the same story. Girl leaves boy, boy is hurt, boy cries, boy begs, boy pleads to get back, boy becomes angry, boy hits a hole in the wall, gets arrested. No, that was his breakup. Same pattern if you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. You get hurt, you get dejected, you feel that pain and that dejection. You want to do everything possible to rid yourself of that feeling. And those behaviors that we do after a breakup, we usually just push them away even further. So it's the same behaviors. Everyone is hurt, everyone cries, everyone has sleepless nights, everyone calls their ex's mom, everyone, you're begging them, you're sending flowers, you're doing drive-by. We've all done it. And your ex knows that it's gonna come when they decide to leave you. But when you walk away, when you remove your attention, it's a pattern interrupt. We see pattern interrupts all over the place. This video has plenty of pattern interrupts. Through text, through music, through transitions, all of that. So you see it on a consistent basis because when you're watching TV, when you're watching a TV show and it goes to a commercial, the whole tone changes. They introduce new music and those sound effects, and it brings you, pulls your attention up. It's the same thing. So when you're going through a breakup and you're not crying, you're not begging, you're not pleading to get back with them, you're not doing all of the unsavory things that we talk about in these videos, it's gonna interrupt your ex's attention because they know they have a set expectation of you. They know what you're gonna do because they've been with you for, like you said, for 3 years, 30 years. They know what you're gonna do. They know you become angry when they don't text you back within the 30 minutes. They know that. So when you don't do that, it's throwing a curveball in your ex's mind and to now not know how to react to that. And that not knowing of how to respond to that pattern interrupt, it's like what he says, they get fearful, that tension comes, and then now they don't know what to do. But before, they knew exactly how to operate and how to behave and how to respond to you because they had an expectation of you being hurt and being in pain. But now, since you've gone dark, they don't know what to do. And honestly, that's the best position that you want your ex to be in. That's the best place you want your ex to be in. You want them to have fear. You want them to have doubt and uncertainty. But by pulling away, that's the only way that you can get that. Damn, I done spit all over the mic, man.
So when you remove yourself, what you're doing is you're almost showing them your value, the value that they have in you, you guys. You don't come off as valuable when you start doing the crying, begging, and pleading and stuff like that. I don't think ever in history has a woman got all wet and turned on by a guy begging and pleading. As a matter of fact,
I don't even work for Keep Sweat, man.
Their vagina probably got drier than Kevin Durant's ankles on that, man. I mean, all that begging and crying, it's just, it's just ashy and flaky down there, and it's all dried out. All that crying and begging stuff, you guys, it doesn't work. Those clean slate letters, it doesn't work because it takes away the value from you. You don't come off as value when you start begging and crying. Keith Sweat does a good ass job though, man.
It worked, but you're not an R&B singer though. If you don't know how to sing, That begging and pleading is not gonna work.
Unless you're multi-platinum, you might be able to make
Right.
it work. Maybe, but. So if you got one of them little annoying, screechy like voices like Tekashi 6ix9ine, guys, don't try singing to your ex and doing some R&B song. Matter of fact, just don't do it, period, man. Yeah, I don't care how good you are. I don't do that dumb crying begging stuff. But the thing is, like, it takes away the value from yourself when you start like giving yourself to that person. Here, take me, you could have me. I'm gonna sing to you, I'm gonna buy you flowers, I'll even beg. You guys, as a man, you shouldn't beg for anything. Anything. Unless it's your life.
Right. Beg to the judge. If you're on trial, beg for mercy.
T knows damn good well. I ain't work for him.
Why you gotta bring that up?
It ain't work for him. When he was 7 years old, begging, the judge was like, I don't care. You going to the federal maximum security prison.
Man, I just stole some Hubba Bubba. That's all. And another way that removing your attention gets your ex to respond, he just talked about them acknowledging your value. This is about you acknowledging your value. You going dark and you removing your attention now allows you to realize who you were and the self-worth that you have and the self-love that you need to put back on the front burner. Right now it's on the back burner. Right now it's not paramount. You got off track. You got off track of who you were. You got off track of your value and your respect and your dignity because you placed all your worth and all your vision and all your energy on trying to get them back. And even before the breakup, you probably got off track from not being in the gym or putting too many hours in at work, or you trying a new business venture, or you becoming depressed and that, you just got into a dark place. Whatever it is, you got away from your worth. You have the opportunity now to put that back into the forefront and to regain that value that you have, and not only regain it, but to increase it. But you can't do that. I don't know how many clients we talk to on a regular basis that when they're going through a breakup and they're trying to get their ex back, that's all that they're trying to do. They're not working 80 hours a week. They're not in the gym like they used to be. They're not with their friends. They're not maintaining their appearance. They're not doing the things that they need to do consistently to make themselves a better person, the best version of themselves, because their focus is on their ex. Take the focus off your ex and put it back on yourself, and then now use this time period away from them to get back to becoming the best version of yourself, you 2.0. Now you have the opportunity to do that, to increase your value, to realize your value rather, and then increase it. Use this time wisely.
So another reason why removing your attention to gain respect is because it kind of builds like that little mysteriousness to you. And it's kind of funny because I had this girl the other day. She was asking me like what kind of work I do or whatnot. I didn't tell her. And then it was like the next day or something like that. She was like, I like how you're really mysterious and you really don't tell me too much about you. Like something like that. Like a lot of people get turned on by that mysteriousness. And just like movies, a lot of the times, the movie will be like going good. Towards the end, you have this really big something that's taking place. It's like really big, and then it kind of goes to like a to be continued type scene at the end. You're just kind of like, well, man, what happened? Like you're just kind of mysterious and like curious, and you just want to see more. Like they're always wondering what's gonna happen next. Like what's going on? Like who was who when Scooby took that mask off the guy? Like who was that really? It's just like you're kind of like curious, and then it cuts to commercial right before the mask comes off of that guy. Shaggy took the mask off.
Oh my God, it was Coach Opus from our coaching session. Shit always used to kill me.
So it's that mystery that'll have them like chasing. Like I want to see the rest of the movie. I want to see what happens next. I want to see what Murphy's doing. Like he just pulled himself away, and now I know he's doing something with himself. So I knew he had so much potential, but I was bringing him down, and so they start to that's when they start to peep out your social media and your Facebook and all that stuff, or even like asking mutual friends about you and whatnot. That's why ghosting people is so touchy, because when you just completely disappear and you just like, you're gone, just like out of nowhere, you disappeared. That's what gives people that anxiety of like, what's going on? What's next? What am I missing out on? What are they doing? This, that, and that. And that's when they start putting that work in to kind of like figure out what's next, what's going on, why did he do that? There's a billion questions that'll pop in your head when somebody ghosts you. Okay, that's why it's cool to just pull yourself back and let them have that whole list of questions pop to their mind. Let them figure it out. Let them chase. Let them see what they missed out on when they broke up with you.
Let them think about the things that they may have done wrong. I shouldn't have treated them so cold during the breakup. That's not me. I know they were texting me a lot. I know they were doing drive-bys, but I was a little too harsh. I do love this person, and we were engaged, and I do want to see I do want to have a future with them. Hey, I was too hard. Was I too hard? And they start contacting their friends and their family. Like, was I too hard on Murphy? I was going through a bad time. But you only reaffirming and validating their decision by continuing to do that behavior. So when you do create that mystery by removing yourself, now you put all of the attention on them. You put the questions in their mind. It's like Inception. It's like the movie Inception. You're putting an idea in their subconscious. And another reason why you need to remove your attention is because you need to make them earn you back, okay? They don't want you anymore, and that's fine. You have to come to grips with that and accept that, but you have to turn your back and walk away. And then if they do come back, because you've done the work, you've improved yourself, you became a better person, you've gotten clarity, you've gotten counseling, you're just a better person than you were after the breakup. You realize your flaws, and then they decide to come back. They just can't just have you now. The stakes are different, the stakes are higher, the game is a totally different ball game now. The slate has been cleaned, and now you're a different you, and now there's different rules of engagement now. No, you just can't take me back like we just were and left off. You can't do that anymore. I'm different. I know my value now, and you know what? You gotta earn me back now. You made the change, you made the decision that you wanna leave me, your consequences to that decision. And there's something else that happens when you remove your attention from your ex. It hurts your ex in the process. And that's a topic that we go much deeper into on this video to the left. So go ahead and tap that video, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Peace.